Having attained the stage of immovability, the enlightening beings become well established in willpower through freedom from the activity of all afflictions. They become firmly established in the power of determination, never deviating from the path. They become well established in the power of great compassion, not giving up the benefit of sentient beings. They become well established in the power of great kindness, being saviors of sentient beings. They become well established in the power of mnemonic control, not forgetting the teachings. They become well established in the power of elocutions, through skill in examination of the distinctions of all the Buddha teachings. They become well established in the power of mystic knowledge, through familiarity with actions in endless worldly realms. They become well established in the power of vows, never giving up all enlightening practices. They become well established in the power of the transcendent ways through concerted cultivation of all the Buddha teachings. They become well established in the power of the support of Buddhas, confronting omniscient knowledge in all its aspects. Having attained the support of these powers of knowledge, they show all activities impeccable and undefiled in all acts. This 8th stage of enlightening beings is called immovable because the enlightening beings cannot be deflected from their course. It is called the stage of non-retrogression because of the non-retrogression of knowledge. It is called the stage of difficult to reach because of being difficult for any worldlings to know. It is called the stage of youth because of innocence. It is called the stage of birth because of power to effect whatever is wished. It is called the stage of perfection, there being nothing further to do. It is called the stage of completion because of having thoroughly accomplished assertion by knowledge. It is called the stage of nirvana because of having thoroughly accomplished vows. It is called the stage of empowerment because of being invulnerable to others. It is called the stage of effortlessness because of having been affected by what went before. Furthermore, having developed such knowledge, the enlightening beings enter the family of Buddhas, are illumined by the light of the virtues of Buddhas, accord with the conduct of Buddhas, come face to face with the realm of Buddhahood, and are constantly sustained by the power of Buddhas. They are welcomed by Indira, Brahma, and the world guardians, constantly attended by the thunderbolt bearers. They are never without the power of concentration, able to produce infinite different embodiments, imbued with the power of action in all bodies, consummate in development of great mystic knowledge, in control of endless concentration, receivers of infinite indications of enlightenment, and demonstrators of attainment of perfect enlightenment according to the maturity of sentient beings. Having attained such knowledge of this stage, and entered the circle of the great vehicle with well-considered wisdom and mystic knowledge, constantly emanating the light of wisdom. Having entered the unobstructed path of the realm of reality, able to distinguish many paths in the world, showing all aspects of virtue in control of their own resolutions, with perspicacious knowledge of past and future, endowed with the knowledge to turn back all demons, having entered the realm and sphere of all enlightened ones, they carry out the conduct of enlightening beings in endless places in the realms of the world, with non-retrogressing application. Thus they are said to have attained the 8th stage of enlightening beings, immovable. Then, having attained the immovable stage of enlightening beings, they are never without the constant vision of endless Buddhas, because of accomplishment of the power of concentration. Yet they never give up extensive meeting and attendance on Buddhas. In every age, in every world, they honor, respect, serve, and provide in all ways for many Buddhas, many hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, quadrillions of Buddhas. They attend those Buddhas and receive from them provisions of illumination through their teachings. beginning with light on the differentiations of worldly realms. They further acquire the treasury of teachings of the Buddhas and become invincible in answering questions in the world. Those roots of goodness of theirs, forged and purified over many eons, become more radiant. Over many hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, quadrillions of eons, their roots of goodness are further forged, purified, and become more radiant. Just as well-refined gold, made by a good goldsmith into an ornament and fastened on the neck or head of an emperor, cannot be outshone by the ornaments of all the people in the realm, in the same way the roots of goodness of enlightening beings in this immovable stage cannot be outshone by all listeners, individual illuminates, and enlightening beings up to the seventh stage. The light of wisdom and knowledge of enlightening beings who have reached this stage annihilates the darkness of afflictions of sentient beings through accomplishment of accurate discernment of the means of knowledge. Just as a great Brahma god of 1,000 worlds, pervading the 1,000 worlds with benevolence, illumines them with light, in the same way, enlightening beings in this immovable stage, pervading up to as many worlds as atoms in 1,000,000 Buddha lands, with the light of goodwill, progressively extinguish the fires of beings' afflictions and cool them off. Among the 10 transcendent ways, transcendent vowing becomes predominant in these enlightening beings, while they practice the others as best they can. This is a summary of the 8th stage of enlightening beings, called immovable, the details of which would take forever to explain. Most of the enlightening beings in this stage become great Brahmas, lords of 1,000 worlds, supreme, invincible, seeing what is beneficial, imbued with controlling power, capable, mighty, skilled in the presentation of explanation of the transcendent ways of all listeners, individual illuminates and enlightening beings, insuperable in answering questions about the differentiation of worldly realms. Whatever they do, whether by way of giving, or kind speech, or beneficial action, or cooperation, is never apart from thoughts of Buddha, the teaching, the community, enlightening beings, the practices of enlightening beings, the ways of transcendence, the stages, the powers, expertise, and unique qualities of Buddhas, and ultimately of omniscience in all its aspects. Why? That they may become the best of beings, unexcelled leaders and guides, and ultimately all-knowing refuges. Accordingly, they bring forth such energy, by which they instantly attain as many concentrations as atoms in 1,000,000 billion world systems, see as many Buddhas as atoms in 1,000,000 billion world systems, and acknowledge their power. Shake as many lands as atoms in 1,000,000 billion world systems. Illumine as many worlds as atoms in 1,000,000 billion world systems. Mature as many beings as atoms in 1,000,000 billion world systems. Abide for as many eons as atoms in 1,000,000 billion world systems. Penetrate as many eons past and future as atoms in 1,000,000 billion world systems. Ascertain as many ways into the teaching as atoms in 1,000,000 billion world systems, and manifest as many bodies as atoms in 1,000,000 billion world systems, manifesting each body with a company of as many enlightening beings as atoms in 1,000,000 billion world systems. Beyond that, enlightening beings with the power of vowing produce, by the excellence of their vows, countless transformations of the body, aura, light, mystic powers, vision, sphere of action, voice, activity, adornment, power, resolution, or performances.